Salvatore Mano Jr., known to the world as Sal Mano, was born on January 10, 1939, in the Bronx, New York, to Sicilian immigrant parents. His upbringing was steeped in hard work, with his family working tirelessly to make ends meet. Even as a child, Mino exhibited an extraordinary aptitude for the arts, showing his talent early by performing on stage. By the age of 10, he was already making a name for himself in theater, landing a role in The King and I, where he shared the stage with the iconic Yul Brynner. This early experience set the foundation for his career, where discipline and dedication would become just as important as talent. It was clear that Mino was not just another child actor, he was a rising star in the making. The breakthrough role. Mino's breakthrough came when he was just 16 years old, casting a lasting impact on the film industry with his role as John Plato Crawford in the 1955 classic Rebel Without a Cause, starring James Dean. His portrayal of a troubled teenager grappling with deep feelings of abandonment and emotional turmoil was both sensitive and groundbreaking. His chemistry with James Dean, another young actor known for his raw, vulnerable style, was undeniable. Many critics have since noted that Mino's character represented an unspoken portrayal of closeted gay youth during the 1950s, a daring narrative for a time when Hollywood was steeped in repression. For this performance, Mino received an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor, making him one of the youngest actors to ever be nominated at the time. A teen idol with depth. In the years that followed, Mino's career soared as he was cast in various roles that showcased his emotional range. Films such as Giant, 1956, Crime in the Streets, 1956, and The Gene Krupa Story, 1959, solidified his status as both a teen idol and a serious actor. However, Mino was never just a pretty face. His ability to tackle complex, emotionally intense characters made him stand out. In 1960, he received another Academy Award nomination for his role in Exodus, where he portrayed a Jewish Holocaust survivor. His performances were always layered, full of depth, and marked by an ability to tap into the anguish of his characters. His growing body of work made him a force to be reckoned with, not just in Hollywood, but in the world of cinema as a whole. Struggles with Hollywood's limits. Despite his success, Mino's path in Hollywood was far from easy. As he grew older, the industry's traditional typecasting and discomfort with his openly gay private life began to limit the roles offered to him. Hollywood at the time struggled with any deviation from conventional masculine norms, and Mino's refusal to conform to heteronormative expectations cost him many opportunities. Despite this, he chose not to retreat into obscurity. Instead, Mino reinvented himself as a stage actor and director, showing the world that he was more than just a Hollywood heartthrob. He performed in and directed several theatrical productions, including the controversial Fortune in Men's Eyes, a play about prison violence and sexuality that demonstrated his willingness to address taboo subjects head-on. A new artistic journey. By the early 1970s, Mino was determined to move beyond the confines of Hollywood's narrow view of him. In December 1972, he took a significant leap into the world of opera, stage directing The Medium, a short but haunting opera by Giancarlo Menotti. The production, staged in Detroit, marked a departure from his earlier, more conventional roles. In The Medium, Mino took on the role of Toby, the mute and tormented servant to Madame Flora, played by the powerful contralto Muriel Costa. This role allowed Mino to express his vision behind the scenes while still making an emotional impact on stage. For Mino, the opera was a chance to challenge both his own artistic boundaries and his audience's expectations. A tumultuous love affair. In 1960, while filming Exodus, Mino met the English-born actress Jill Howarth, who played his love interest in the film. Despite the significant age gap, Mino was 21 and Howarth was just 15. Their chemistry on-screen translated into a complex off-screen relationship. Their romance was marked by emotional highs and lows, periods of intense affection followed by long stretches of emotional distance. Despite the turbulence, the two remained deeply connected, and at one point Mino proposed to Howarth. However, the engagement was short-lived, as Howarth discovered Mino in a compromising situation with another man. This revelation marked a turning point in their relationship, and the engagement was called off. Nevertheless, Howarth remained a loyal friend to Mino for the remainder of his life, a testament to the depth of their bond. A complex friendship. Even after their engagement ended, Mino and Howarth maintained a close friendship. Mino was fiercely protective of Howarth, particularly when it came to her romantic choices. In one particularly emotional incident, Mineo confronted television producer Aaron Spelling, who was 20 years older than Howarth, about their relationship. In a fit of jealousy and concern, Mineo physically confronted Spelling, punching him in the face. This incident revealed just how emotionally invested Mineo was in Howarth's well-being, even as he grappled with his own complex feelings toward her. Despite their romantic relationship ending, their friendship endured, and Mineo continued to be a protective figure in Howarth's life. A final partnership. By the time of Mineo's tragic death in 1976, he had found a sense of emotional stability in his personal life. He was in a committed relationship with actor and acting coach Courtney Burr III, who provided Mineo with a much-needed sense of emotional security and companionship. Their relationship, which lasted 6 years, was a far cry from the emotional chaos Mineo had experienced in his younger years. Although their relationship was kept private, those close to Mineo recognized Burr as an important figure in his life. Burr later spoke fondly of Mineo, describing him as a deeply sensitive and complex person whose public persona never truly captured the depth of his private soul. The murder of Sal Mineo. On February 12, 1976, Mineo was tragically murdered outside his West Hollywood apartment. After a rehearsal for P.S. Your Cat is Dead, Mineo was walking toward his building when he was attacked and fatally stabbed. The murder shocked the entertainment world, as Mineo had recently experienced a career resurgence. Rumors immediately circulated regarding the motive behind the attack, with some speculating that it was related to Mineo's sexuality or the professional jealousy of those who felt threatened by his outspoken personality. However, the investigation initially proved to be a dead end, with conflicting witness statements and a lack of evidence. The breakthrough in the case. In 1979, nearly 3 years after the murder, a breakthrough came when a 21-year-old pizza delivery driver named Lionel Ray Williams was arrested for an unrelated robbery. During questioning, Williams claimed to have been involved in Mineo's murder. With mounting pressure and evidence pointing to him, Williams was convicted and sentenced to 57 years in prison. However, many questions remained unanswered. Williams had no known connection to Mineo, and the robbery motive seemed at odds with the nature of the crime. Why would a petty criminal attack a stranger with such lethal precision and not take any valuables? A deepening mystery. As time passed, many began to suspect that Williams may have been manipulated into carrying out the attack. Investigations into the case uncovered new documents that hinted at a deeper conspiracy. Internal memos and testimony suggested that Williams may have been a pawn in a larger scheme involving organized crime or Hollywood insiders. These revelations indicated that Mineo's murder may have been tied to hidden motives that went beyond a simple robbery. The Los Angeles Police Department's handling of the case, already under scrutiny in the 1970s, only fueled suspicions of a cover-up. A lingering uncertainty. Though Williams remains in prison, the full truth of Mineo's death may never be known. The case, which once seemed like a random act of violence, has now come to symbolize something much darker. The questions surrounding Mineo's murder have raised uncomfortable possibilities about the lengths to which Hollywood's power brokers might go to silence someone who didn't conform to their expectations. 50 years after Mineo's death, the Sal Mineo mystery remains an unsolved enigma, a chilling reminder of how the truth can sometimes be buried, distorted, or ignored.